please shave it, especially in summer when it's hot. That heat, you have had the same knickers year after year. Guilty. Spend time scrolling on Pretty Little Thing, scrolling on Boohoo, scrolling on Zara, just scrolling. Put some knickers in your basket. Share that lip gloss. You use that lip gloss and you give it to your friend to use that lip gloss on her own lips. You do not know what she has been kissing. You don't know her hygiene in her mouth. You don't understand where her lips have been. Your belly button needs washing. You cannot tell me that you're going to go through the whole day on a heavy floor just wearing one pad a day and that's okay, sis. Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about female personal hygiene because some situations have made me feel like, okay, so we're going to be talking about personal hygiene, how to take care of yourself, how to smell good, look good, and do all those kind of things. Some of these things I learned them when I was in boarding school, when I was a bit younger. Some of the things my mom has told me, some of the things I have learned along the way. But I'm going to be sharing with you because female personal hygiene is so important. Like, we cannot go about just saying we are the price. What do you bring to the table when we stink and then we smell and we don't, you know, we don't feel good, we don't, you know, we're not great, we know. Okay, all right, you get what I mean. On this video, we're going to be talking about some things that I have learned and some things that I want you to pick up and learn as well, because we are in this together. Okay, I did a video on how to be a high value woman, and if you're going to be a high value woman, you need to take care of your personal hygiene. First one is shaving your under armpits every single day or every other day. If you don't do it on Monday, do it on Tuesday. If you don't do it on Tuesday, do it on Wednesday. Every other day. Okay, shave your under armpits, because let me tell you something, that stinking sweaty smell sometimes is because you're not really shaving. And you can use a very good deodorant. If you can, please use deodorant. Do not go with your own personal smell. Just use some deodorant. You know, I was using an aluminium deodorant. Some people say they're really good, but it wasn't really working for me. But you have to remove hair. Now when I'm saying removal of hair, there studies and things that say, okay, moving your hair down there every day is not really good. But for me personally, it's just so important. If you go into your period, your time of the month, your menstrual cycle, make sure down there is trimmed. I don't understand how people can go through their menstrual cycle when down there is not trimmed. You have to trim the area down there and wash it. Wash it with water. When I was in boarding school, yeah, the one thing that they always taught us to do was to wash ourselves down there with water. Let me tell you something. Something that I have realized is that here in the Western world, personal female hygiene is not something that is taught and is made like a main focus. When you go to African countries, when you're in Africa, especially my country where I come from, Uganda, personal hygiene, female personal hygiene is so important. You're punished for it. You're checked every single day about your personal hygiene. Are your knickers clean? Are they right? Did you wash? Did you shave? Did you do all those kind of things? They used to check us almost every single day in my boarding school because personal hygiene was so important, you know. Till this day, I still remember those times, you know. They were really traumatic times because it was by force. But now in my adulthood, it's not a hassle. It's just a by the way thing that I do, okay? So this is what I'm saying. Down there, please shave it. Especially in summer when it's hot. That heat. Have you ever sat down there and just had that whiff that comes from down there and you're like, oh, it's a situation I need to clean. So this is what I'm saying to you. You need to either wax or shave. I am a shaver, I'm not a waxer because I hate pain. I hate that no, I'm not. Even waxing my eyebrows, threading my eyebrows is not something that I can withstand the pain. My threshold to pain when it comes to that is very low. You would wonder, because I really do have extreme period pain, you would think that that would be okay, but no. I am not about waxing. I'm all about my old shaving. You know, sometimes I get bumps, sometimes I don't, but there are methods of exfoliating that you can do to get rid of those bumps. Okay, then about soaps. Soaps are not really good. When you use soap, remember you have good bacteria down there and you have bad bacteria. When you use soap, you kill both of them. When I was younger, they always told us never ever use soap down there, because they used to tell us this thing that the more you use soap the worse it's gonna smell. So we always fear to smell so terribly, so we just use water. But now there are those feminine hygiene sort of soaps. I've used them as well. I still use them sometimes. They're really good and they can help with the pH balance down there, so you don't have to like smell, you don't have to stink, or don't have to have that yeast sort of kind of thing. But anyways, yeah, that kind of situation. When you finish having your own shower after you have shaved, please dry that area down there properly. If you don't dry, it's going to stay moist, and that's not what you want. It's just going to stink. Just dry. Just take extra time to just use a towel and just dry and make sure that it's nice and dry. Okay, all right. Number 2, make sure that you wash your bed sheets, you wash your pillowcase at least once a week. Yeah, if you're very good, twice a week. I personally am once a week, but some people are very good to twice a week. Wash your bed sheets. You sweat in them, you have discharge in them, you cry in them, you have makeup in them, you go outside. Some people are not evening shower people. They go outside, spend the day, just come back into the bed and then sleep. You've carried all the bacteria or the anything that you've carried and you've put in your bed, and you keep doing it over and over again. Day in and day out. You suffer from acne, you suffer from rashes, you have ringworms, you have all those kind of things because you're not washing your bed sheets. It is mandatory to wash your bed sheets, to wash your pillowcases at least twice, bed sheets at least once a week. It's just so important. Just please do it for my sake, okay? Another one that, because of the cost of living, some people will be like, no, I'm not doing it, but we're gonna cut this cost of living and try to do something about it, is showering 2 times a day. Me, I personally shower 2 times a day. If I get out of the house and I come back in the house, before I get out, that's a shower. When I come back in, that's another shower. However, some people stay at home all day and it's not necessary to shower 2 times a day, but at least shower once a day. Yeah, and some people will be like, it's too expensive for me to use water. Do a wash, do something, but just make sure that your body is clean. Have a shower every day. You can't live all day. Like every single time you moisturize your body, you have a layer of like skin and all the kind of dirty stuff on you. Wash yourself, have a shower. It's just so important. It's imperative that you wash your body every single day. Rashes, rough skin, all those kind of things, you prevent them by just saying, and let me dip myself in water and soap. Okay, cool. That takes me to the next point. Your sponges, your toothbrushes, you have to throw them out on rotation. For the sponges, I say every 2 months, chuck it out, throw it away. You don't need to use the same sponge that you've been using 6 months down the line. You're using the same sponge 6 months, you're still using the same sponge, using the same toothbrush for like 2-3 months. You have to change your toothbrush at least every month, at least, okay? And most maybe two months, which I do. I change it every 2 months or a month and something. But you need to change your toothbrush every now and then. Don't use the same toothbrush. Don't recycle and use the same thing, because it keeps in bacteria in there. The bristles are not strong enough again to brush your teeth anymore. It's not hygienic, because when we brush our teeth, we carry all bacteria and everything, and if it stays on the toothbrush for such a long time, it's not good for your gums. And your teeth and your gums are so important. When you get older, you're going to appreciate the importance of having good teeth and good mouth hygiene, because it's just so important. Use mouthwash, rinse your mouth, brush your teeth on a daily basis. Brush your teeth every morning and every evening. Not because of the smell, but for your own hygiene. You need to take out all that bacteria. You've eaten sweets. Anything sugary is a good place for bacteria to breed. It will breed. You need to wash your mouth. Brush your teeth. In the morning when you wake up, in the evening when you go to bed, brush your teeth. Maintain the neatness of your teeth. Okay, it is just so important. People ask me, how are your teeth white? How are you doing? One of the most important things is I brush. I'm not saying brushing will take away the brownness, but there are certain things that I don't personally do. I don't drink alcohol, I don't smoke, I don't eat a lot of sweet things. So those kind of things also help my teeth. But apart from that, I do brush, okay? I just need to say that out there, I do brush my teeth. Next one is knickers. You have had the same knickers year after year. Guilty. But I'm just trying to say to you that knickers are important as buying yourself an outfit. When you spend time scrolling on Pretty Little Thing, scrolling on Boohoo, scrolling on Zara, scrolling whatever website gives you desire, as you're scrolling, put some knickers in your basket. You're buying yourself a lovely dress, but underneath your knickers have holes. They are rotten. You're wearing even silk knickers, girl. We are not wearing silk knickers in this year. We're in 2023. We don't wear silk. We wear cotton. Cotton, not silk. Okay? Yeah? Change your knickers. Throw the old ones. Buy new knickers. Once they are done, you've used them for maybe a year, if that's your thing, or 6 months. Get them out. Chuck them away. Get new knickers. You can't be wearing the same knickers you wore in 2015 and it's 2023. You're relying on the same knickers. Because people don't see it, you don't care about it. But the actual truth is that matters too. Alright? Just wash your makeup brushes. It's so important. You suffer with acne. You say your skin is dry. You say you have rashes. You use the same makeup brush. Honestly speaking, if that's your vibe, go for it. But me, I prefer washing my makeup brushes. I wash them, I soak them in water. I make sure that at least once a month or 2 times in a month, I wash my makeup brushes. It's not a secret. I share it on my Instagram. I share it everywhere. I'm like, you know what? You need to wash your makeup brushes every single now and then. Disinfect them if you can. Make sure that they are clean and apply them on your skin. You know, sometimes you're suffering with acne and rashes and you're wondering, why is this not disappearing? Look at your makeup brushes and your makeup. That gets me to the point of sharing makeup. Girl, you share that lip gloss, you use that lip gloss and you give it to your friend to use that lip gloss on her own lips. You do not know what she has been kissing. You don't know her hygiene in her mouth. You don't understand where her lips have been. You're just giving her the lip gloss. You're telling that person to use your makeup brush on their own face. You do not know what they have and what they carry on their own skin, and you are carrying it on yourself. You need to cut it out and be like, you know what? That's it. I did a video on setting boundaries. I don't know if it's coming out now or before this video. God knows, but there is a video on this channel that will be on this channel about setting boundaries. Sometimes it's saying, no, I'm sorry, I can't share with you my makeup brushes because of personal hygiene reasons. I'm not going to share. That's setting your boundary and saying, you know what, I love you, babe, but I can't share my makeup brush with you. Not that I trust you, not because you're not hygienic, but it's just for my own boundaries. Okay? Ladies, and maybe some gentlemen, you need to wash those areas that people do not see. Your belly button needs washing. Your belly button needs washing. You need to get your finger and you need to clean the belly button. It stinks. I'm saying this because I've experienced it before. When you get your finger and you just clean your belly button and you try to, I don't even know why I'm telling you to smell it, but it stinks. You need to wash your belly button. Behind your ears, you need to wash behind your ears. It's so important. People forget about washing behind their ears. It's really good. You need it because he holds a lot of dirt that you don't even see. The other one is, I talked about shaving your area down there, but we didn't talk about cleaning it. I was taught from a young age, if you're going to clean your VJJ, yeah, it's not about getting water and just rubbing. You have to get your middle finger. Forget what you're thinking. This is not what I'm telling you to do. And clean. Take out that discharge and just keep cleaning it out until it stops feeling slippery. If it's not slippery anymore there, then you just know that, you know what, it's a little bit clean. It's clean. But if it's still slippery, you have to use your finger and keep taking out all that discharge. It's necessary, hun. You have to wash it. People don't see it. People maybe don't, but you have to use your finger and just wash it out. Wash it out. Wash that discharge out. Okay? The other one I've been guilty of that I'm trying to break out, but I'm getting better, is wash your knickers as you go along. Okay. When I was in Uganda, when I was in Africa, it was a must. You have to wash your knickers as you have a shower and then dry them out. I came to England. Laziness kicked in. Things kicked in. I started collecting. Imagine all the knickers you wear in a week, you collect them to wash on Sunday. The bacteria, whether you've been in your period, whether you've had any discharges or anything, you just let it dry and leave it there and then wash it at the end of the week. I was doing that. My mom one time told me that, why don't you just wash them as you go along, because it's much better. I was like, may as well just put them in the machine so the machine washes them better. But it's not really good. I personally recommend, talking to myself too, wash your knickers as you go along. When you're going for a shower, get the knicker that you're wearing, wash it properly, hand wash it, dry it. You're done with it. That's it. Keeping them over and over again and stacking them out is not hygienic at all, because it's rubbing off all the other clothes. If you're someone who puts it in a separate bag, good on you, but it's not a good practice. I recommend you not to even do this practice at all, okay? Wash your knickers as you go along the week. So by the time you get to Sunday, you have only one knicker to wash, and that is a Sunday knicker. When you go in your period, change your pad at least 4 times in a day. Women who wear one pad or change 2 times in a day, when you're bleeding on your first day, I have a question to ask you. How does it feel? And how is the smell there? Because you cannot tell me that you're going to go through the whole day on a heavy floor just wearing one pad a day and that's okay. Sis, you have to change at least 4 to 3 times in a day to keep that place a little bit better, because blood that is dried sticks in a different way. Change your pad. If you're wearing a tampon, change your tampon regularly. You have to keep that place a little bit clean to balance your pH and not to allow bacteria to breed. Of course, we know good and bad bacteria, but we can't allow it to turn into a yeast sort of situation. Change your pad. It is so important that you do change it. The other one is disinfect. Disinfect every area. The thing that really bugs me is the toilet. Yeah, the toilet area. I personally am not a fan of a toilet and a bathroom being separate. I go to the toilet to shit, then I go to the bathroom to wash my hands. By the time I finish shitting and flush the toilet with those dirty hands, I've held the handle of that toilet, I've gone to the next room and I've washed my hands. But then that toilet that I touched when I came out has all the germs and all the bacteria and all that stuff, and someone else is going to touch, and it's just a transferable thing. It just logically does not make sense. That is why it's important for you to disinfect your area, to disinfect your space, to disinfect your doors, disinfect your environment. Prevent it, especially the toilet. Like, the toilet is just so important. You know, if you've got that switch that everyone touches and switches on, or the one that they pull, please just disinfect it. Flush the toilet while closing the lid. Don't flush while the water is coming out. Yeah? Flushing all the bacteria, flushing all the viruses. Please. Close it and flush. You will thank me later, okay? Go and read about it. You'll thank me later. So, that's all I had for you today on personal hygiene. Let me know if you've learned something. Let me know if something that I've missed that I should learn too and I should take into, or something that I've said that you're like, scientifically, Lucy, it doesn't make sense, or logically it's not logically you know, it's not making sense there. So let me know in the comments below. Let's have a discussion. Let's talk about it. What are the myths in your personal hygiene, and what do you think about personal hygiene in the Western world and personal hygiene within the African situation? Because I believe in the African way, personal hygiene is just so important compared to the Western world, whereby you have to go along and learn along the way, or things like that. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I shall see you in my next video. I'm recording this video around 1 o'clock in the night. My body is like in exhaustion but it's all for you. Thank you so much for watching. I shall see you on the next video. Power through. Bye bye.